Honestly, I don't know what is happening and I don't like it. Right? But we're going to do this. Oh my god. I'm trying to send the link to the group because I don't know what is happening. And now my mouse has decided not to work. Prayer department. You people should I be you should fire prayers ASAP. Okay, let's use the computer mouse. Okay. Jennifer, serious Holy Ghost fire because I honestly don't know why we are being locked out, right? But let me stream straight from YouTube. I was using a third party platform, but let's just stream straight from YouTube. Let me come back to sharing my screen. Serious Holy Ghost fire. The devil is a liar. Okay. Hmm. So where were we? Right. We've gone far, but we'll just pick up from where we left off, right? Okay, great. So let me just give a brief recap for those that will be watching the replay. Welcome. This is how to build a strong personal brand as an assistant. And my name is Libby Chionwa, or you can call me Executive Libby. So basically, this is the roadmap we're working with. Who am I? What to expect? Why is personal branding important? Common mistakes, a step-by-step guide to building your personal brand, positioning for success, and tools for consistency and positioning, which is very important. Positioning is everything, right? So who am I? I already said this. I'm a lawyer. Yes, I went to law school. I went to school, studied law, all of that, and I came out and I told myself I'm going to become an executive assistant. But besides being a lawyer, I'm also a project and programs coordinator. I work with a couple of NGOs that I help to organize projects, handle their programs, and whatnot. I'm a social media marketer. I love business, I love money, and social media is something I enjoy doing. Now I'm trying to blend using social media to generate income, right? So I'm a social media marketer. In December, I and a team that I worked with, we generated over $30,000 within 6 weeks from one social media campaign. So yes, I think I understand this marketing thing to a certain extent. And finally, and which is most importantly, I'm an executive assistant. I love executive assistant. I enjoy being an executive assistant. If you ask me, before I even tell you I'm a social media marketer, or I'm a programs coordinator, or a projects coordinator, or I'm a lawyer, I will first of all tell you, hi, my name is Libechi, and I'm an executive assistant. That's that is just it. The sum total of everything I am or everything I hope to be is an executive assistant. So every other skill I learn to put it under the umbrella of an executive assistant. So what are you expecting today? I'm going to be showing you why personal branding is important, and I'm going to be showing you from my experiences. I'm going to be showing you practical steps to build authority online using Instagram and LinkedIn. Why? Because these are the two platforms that I personally leverage and where opportunities consistently come in for me, right? So let's go straight into why personal branding is important. A coach of mine will tell you that definition is everything. So I went to Google and I typed, what is personal branding? And Google brought this up for me, which we are going to use going forward. So personal branding is the deliberate and strategic process of crafting and managing your public image. Number one, it has to be deliberate. Number two, it has to be strategic. And you do this by showcasing your unique skills, your expertise, and your values. Why? To establish a distinct and memorable identity, ultimately influencing how others will perceive and remember you. Very important. It has to be deliberate and it has to be strategic. When I decided to become an executive assistant, one thing I asked myself was what mistakes or one thing did my counterpart, my predecessors, what was one thing they did not do? And it is very rare, as opposed to now that the industry of virtual assistant is coming up. When I started, the industry of virtual assistant did not have a strong background, right? So I barely saw executive assistants. So when I research who an executive assistant or who I can model as the kind of executive assistant I want to be, I didn't find them, especially in Africa. So it was a challenge. Why? Because most times you focus more on building their your executive's personal brand as opposed to building your own. And it's not like you don't know this thing. The same thing with a social media manager. You focus on building the social media presence of your client as opposed to yours. Same thing with a tailor. You make clothes for people, but you don't even look like. You get what I'm trying to say? Most times we focus on building the brand of other people as opposed to building and then forget building our own. So, personal branding, the sum total of personal branding is what you know, what you can do, and what people think of you. What impression do you leave in the minds of people? When people think of you, what comes to their head? I'm going to be showing you a couple of people, and then all you just have to do is drop in the chat, drop in the comments, what when you see these people, what comes to your head. First off, we have Kim Kardashian. It's already here, but it's a lifestyle, right? A lifestyle. The Kardashian family built their personal brand around their TV show, Keeping Up with the Kardashians. Yeah, I remember someone mentioned that before the other call dropped off. They built their personal brand around that. So when you see these people, what comes to your head? Lifestyle, Kim Kardashian, lifestyle. Next is Gary Vee. Gary Vee is someone I would say is, for me, is the king of marketing. Gary Vee will tell you building a personal brand is just pick up your phone and do shit. He always uses the F word. The first time I heard him, I'm like, rah, enough with this word. There's no word there's no sentence that will come out of Gary V's mouth that you will not hear the F word. And I was like, hey, uncle. But the thing is, Gary V knows his onions. When it comes to marketing, he knows it. The next person is Ibuku Awoshika. So when you think of Ibuku Awoshika, you think success, you think mentorship, you think, this woman is a woman of success, a woman of success. She's someone you want to model yourself after or model your life after, right? The next person, one moment. Before I bring up this person, I just want to call the person's name, and then you will tell me in the comments what this person, what this person's personal brand, or when you hear this person's name, what comes to your head, what comes to your mind. Funke Akindele. So when you hear Funke Akindele, what comes to your head? What comes to your mind? What do you think of? What do you think of when you hear Funke Akindele? I'm waiting. So Funke Akindele, what comes to your mind? What comes to your head? Actress, okay? Okay. PR expert, fantastic. Creativity. You see, because of the things that she has done, right? You are able to put all of this exactly. And all of these things you have said, it boils down to what I said earlier about personal branding. What you know, what you can do, and how people perceive you. Her values. She's a go-getter. You can relate that to her values. She's an actress, she's an entrepreneur. Exactly. Let me give you another person. When you hear Vusi, you know Vusi, right? Vusi Tembekwayo, the South African guru. Let me just use guru. So when you hear Vusi, what comes to your head? What comes to your mind? Let's go. When you hear Vusi, what comes to your mind? Actress, movies, PR. That's for Funke Akindele. When you hear Vusi, what comes to your head? What comes to your mind? If you know Vusi, just put it. A go-getter with determination. Funke Akindele, yes. Coach and speaker, yes, that is Vusi. Coach and speaker, which is true. Go ahead. I need more. More responses, more responses. More responses, more responses. Public speaker, business coach, fantastic. So I have here entrepreneur and coach. When you hear Vusi Tembekwayo, you are thinking a business coach, you're thinking is an entrepreneur. So we go on and on. When you hear Elon Musk, you are thinking X, public speaking, that is true. That also, you can also align that with Vusi, right? So when you hear Elon Musk, you're thinking of X, you're thinking of Twitter, you're thinking of Tesla, right? These people, they did not tell you when you think of my name, do this. But because of how they've positioned themselves, you can be able to relate their names with a particular brand, with a particular industry. When you hear Jerry Eze, you think of the gospel, you think of him being a minister, right? You think of NSPPD, one of the largest online praying platform right now. The biggest, as far as I'm concerned, right? When you hear Jerry Eze, you're thinking NSPPD, you're thinking streams of joy. Why? Because he has built unconsciously, maybe it was even strategic, right? There's no way you will not associate Jerry Eze with the name of his church, with the name of his ministry. When you hear Don Jazzy, you are thinking music, you're thinking a philanthropist, you are thinking Jazzy Burger, you are thinking a businessman, but it's more music, right? Because of Being, yes, public speaker. Who else? Late Herbert Wigwe. I put him here. Why? Because I did not know about Herbert Wigwe until his death, right? And that was how I got to know. I knew Access Bank. Access Bank had built their brand, but I associated his personal brand with his corporate brand, which is Access Bank. I did not know about Herbert Wigwe until his death, and that was when I knew that, oh, this person has a relationship or a correlation with Access Bank. Am I the only person that got to know who he was after his death and his relationship with Access Bank? And then when you think of Jesus Christ, you think of the gospel, you think of salvation. I just had to put this. I'm a Christian. I just had to put this. So let's move forward, right? Now, when it comes to personal brand, focus on solving a particular problem. Focus on solving a specific problem. Your personal brand should revolve around your solution. If you go to my Instagram page, if you go to my LinkedIn page, you see that I say that I'm focused on helping assistants embrace their role as an assistant. I saw a problem. People don't feel comfortable saying they're an assistant. So I said, oh, I'm going to solve this. And how do I solve this? By hosting webinars like this, right? By putting out videos, letting people or speaking about this problem and what solution. By the time you talk more and more about a thing, people begin to associate you with that particular thing, right? So your personal brand should revolve around solving a problem. Next thing, personal branding is equals to visibility. So when you build a strong personal brand, it makes you visible. People see you. People can be able to relate with you, right? Let me see what's happening. People can be able to relate with you. People see you. People know you. People can be able to reach out to you for something. People can be able to get you. They know you. If you're not visible, there's no credibility, right? So your personal branding puts you in the faces of people that will give you opportunities, people that will pay you. Last year, I was I was invited for on two words, two courses. People wanted to build their course, right? They wanted to put together a course on social media marketing and managing, right? And they invited me to come and teach tools that I use. So teach social media managers how they can use Google Workspace to improve their use or to improve their brand and improve their customer client experience when it comes to social media management. How do you build a content calendar using Google Sheets? How do you build all of that and all of that? How do you use Google Workspace to make things seamless, to onboard your clients, to work with your clients, to draw up a content strategy? Two different people in the social media marketing industry invited me and I was paid for it. I was paid good money. I came in as an executive assistant to come and show you how to use these tools. Why? Because number one, I'm an executive assistant. Number two, I'm a social media marketer, right? And that brings me down to what I'm talking about. Your personal branding will give you visibility, and once you're visible, it opens you up for opportunities, right? Where am I? Where am I? What's happening? What's happening? What's happening in the chat? Please say something. Let me know that you're here with me. Thumbs up, you're listening, making sense. Just keep dropping something in the chat as we go forward. Personal branding positions you as a valuable professional. People will see you, people will trust you because you're building a personal brand, because you're building your personal brand. If they're looking for a teacher, they will not go to where farmers are. They will go to where teachers are. So if you've not started building your personal brand, this is your call. to start building your personal brand. I mean, after this webinar, it is going to show you how to move forward, how to get started. Personal branding opens doors to better roles, higher pay, and speaking gigs. Let me give you a story. When I decided to become an executive assistant and I started, looking for opportunities, right? I did not get it. For the first 6 months, after I decided to become an executive assistant, this was in 2021, I didn't get roles. Am I saying 6 months? Up to 8 months. I did not get roles on personal assistant, executive assistant, nothing. I kept sending out CVs. Nobody was listening to me. Nobody was answering me. So what did I do? I revived my social media presence. My Instagram page that I just post Sunday pictures. I went there. I took down most of those pictures. Most of the pictures that did not align with the kind of brand I wanted to build. Remember what I said about personal branding? You have to be strategic. So the pictures that did not align with with the kind of presence I wanted to build, I took them down. I archived them, right? And what did I do? I set my phone. I even still have the phone here. My iPhone 8 Plus, that the camera was not so great. So I'll use Snapchat, I'll do the videos, I didn't even have a tripod. I'll just set my camera at the back of the standing fan. And once I set it, I'll make sure it's going well. And then I'll start talking about, hi, I'm an executive assistant. This is what I do. 5 things you can do as an executive assistant. 3 tools you can use to serve as an executive assistant. I was creating carousels. I was dropping quotes. My friends were liking, engaging, sharing, helping my life, right? And then I kept sending out applications, right? But I kept talking about, oh, I read this book and this book talked about this. I was just talking. Everything I learned, all of the courses I had taken, I was just talking about it. So as an executive assistant, you're a gatekeeper. I've never acted as a gatekeeper for uh, for an executive. But I will tell you, oh, as an executive assistant, this, as an executive assistant, that, I was talking. I talked about the role so much. And then all of the applications I was sending out, one yielded fruit. And when I worked with this lady for 2 years, right? And one day she told me, Libichi, you know the reason I employed you? It's not like I did not get other people that have done this job, right? Even before I had an interview with you, I already knew that I was going to work with you. Why? Because you were talking about the fact that you were an executive assistant on your social media. So I went to your social media and I looked through I'd not started building my LinkedIn presence then, so it was just Instagram. I looked through your videos, I looked through your content, and all I was seeing was, you're an executive assistant, you do this, you're an executive assistant, you do that, right? And I just concluded, oh, I'm going to work with this person. And then when I had a conversation with you, and you told me, I had the interview with you, and you told me that you love helping people, you just love business, and she asked me, so don't you intend practicing law? And I said, oh no, I have no intentions to practice. I mean, in the foreseeable future. She was like, okay, that's you're valuable. I think someone said that. Yes, you have to be valuable. I'm bringing just more than my knowledge as an executive assistant. I'd worked as an event coordinator. I'd worked as a procurement, um, a personal shopper. So all of the skills I had before saying, oh, I'm going to become an executive assistant, they were helpful. I'd worked as a fashion designer, and this role required that I should have basic knowledge of fashion. Why? Because she was also a stylist. Do you understand what I'm saying? Right? So because of my social media presence, because I started building my personal brand on social media, free platform, I was given the job. Then I think I was earning, was it 100? I wanted to be earning 120K, but she said she cannot pay 120K, that she could pay 80,000. And I said, okay, my first job as an executive assistant. Now, you cannot even come to me and tell me that. But I needed the experience. I needed the experience to work with this person. Okay, let's do it. Right? So personal branding opens you up to better roles. Now I can, after 6 months, I'm telling you for a fact, after 6 months working with anybody, I'm entitled to a salary increase. Why? Because I know what I'm doing. And I don't just know what I'm doing, they see what I'm doing on social media, right? They see my post on social media. My co-workers engage with my post on social media. They come as an executive assistant, they'll tell me, oh my God, your executive mindset, your executive presence is a lot. Yesterday, I went into the office and one of my co-workers like, Lipichi, your pride is too much. Come on, calm down. But before then, before this time, executive assistants are just there to carry bottle water, do menial tasks, but I will walk into any office and say, oh, please, what's happening in marketing? Do you have any updates for me? Because it's me that will speak to my executive and let my executive know. And if I'm bringing information to my executive before he asks for it, when I tell him or tell her that, ma, sir, the time I've reached for salary increase, yesterday's price is no longer today's price. And then he will tell me, okay, what are you proposing? How much are you asking for? And I tell, oh, this is how much I'm asking for. This is what I want. I'm like, okay, we can't do this right now. We can do this, but you get negotiation because you have enough value and you have enough experience, not even experience, you bring in enough value, you are able to command the kind of fees you want to command. This year, I've had two invitations just this first quarter. I've had two invitations to speak. The first one was to train social media marketers as well how to use Notion. The second one was to train an executive assistant to a public speaker. So she liked what I was doing on LinkedIn, and she called me. She reached out to me. I'd like you to train my executive assistant. And I said, okay, that's fantastic. This is how much I charge to train executive assistant. I said, oh, no problem. She paid. The executive assistant came in for the call. We had the call. And the testimony is good. Testimonial is good. You can charge what you want because you have built your personal brand, and your personal brand has opened you up to for people to see you, which is now bringing in opportunities, speaking opportunities, be it training, be it coaching, whatever. Extra money that does not have anything to do with your salary. Moving on, personal branding allows you to control your narrative. The reason I put this book, Dream Count by Chimamanda Ngozi Adichie, this her recent book, right? When this book launched, my friend that is in the UK, in London, she took two trains and walked some distance. Why? So that she could meet the author, buy a copy of the book, signed copy of the book. Why? Chimamanda Ngozi Adichie has built her personal brand so much that before she releases a book, everyone is anticipating. I mean, the whole place was full. My friend couldn't even see Chimamanda's face. She could not even see her head. She could not even enter the hall that they used for the launch. She eventually got the book, shipped to her location. I mean, she got to the where. It's so funny. But Chimamanda has built her personal brand so much that she decides how it goes. How do you want it to go? So building your personal brand will do that for you. You call the shots. If they tell you, oh, we're going to pay you $1,000, you're like, $1,000. Right now, I'm worth $3,000. So you can confidently and comfortably walk away. Why? Because there are people in your DM that is asking you, are you available? What organization do you currently work with? Are you available for employment? Oh my God. I love it. I love personal branding. Like I said, it opens you up to numerous opportunities. Next, the common mistakes assistants make when it comes to branding. The first mistake I would even say before we go into what I have on my slides is that assistants don't even consider branding something that they should invest in. And I don't know why. It baffled me so much. Why should why should you as an assistant not have a personal brand? Content creators have personal brands. Who else have personal brands? Well, those other people that have personal brands. If other person have personal brands, chefs have personal. I mean, Hilda Brasi broke the internet last year as a chef with a strong personal brand. Do you know the number of brand deals it brought in for her? So the first mistake you make as an assistant is not building your personal brand. Pick a platform and start building your personal brand. So pick a platform. You've picked a platform. You say you're going to build your personal brand on LinkedIn. Why? Because LinkedIn is where the professionals are. That's where the executives you want to work with are. And then your profile is not updated. It is outdated. It is incomplete. You don't have a banner. You don't talk about what you do. Your last post was in 2023. In short, you've never posted, you opened it and you left it. But you don't even have a profile picture. Auntie, uncle. Next is no clear personal brand. Now, remember when I posted those other people, I showed you these people's pictures, and you were able to link what they do with who they are. So when people call your name, they cannot say this is what you do or this is your mission. Right now on my Instagram page, when you go there, I'm telling you that I'm on a mission to help assistants embrace their role between now and December 2026. So from now to December 2026, I'm going to be hosting a webinar every month. What am I going to be talking about in this webinar? The different ways you can elevate yourself, the different ways you can elevate your brand as an assistant, right? Different tools you can use to make yourself more valuable as an assistant. Clear personal brand. What do you stand for? What problem have you seen that you as an assistant you're going to solve? You have a personal brand. You have a personal brand message, but you are not talking about it. Your TikTok is not like there's nothing happening on your TikTok. That's what they do for you. Is that what we used to do? You will not post. You will not even like, okay, we understand. You are not posting. Or you'll be liking other people's zone and be sharing other people's zone so that even if you share to your feed, they can say, okay, this person agrees with this thing. This person, this is what their personal brand is all about. It's cohesive and all. So building your personal brand is more than opening a social media platform. You have to talk about what you do. You have to be visible. You have to be visible for people to see you, to pay you, to employ you, to engage your service. Another thing, not engaging with the right audience. You're trying to build your personal brand as an assistant. And what are you doing? You're posting memes. Not that there's anything wrong with posting memes. Okay? I enjoy a good meme. Me, I enjoy a good meme. But you need to talk about what you do. You need to talk about what you're known for, what you want to be known for. Okay? So talk about what you do so that people that are looking for you can find you. And finally, you're not talking about your achievements, you're not talking about your skills. Your boss gave you a compliment, you're not talking about it. Your client said, oh my God, Libechi, this is such a fantastic thing. You're not talking about it. You did a you did something major, right? You're not talking about it. Your Instagram, your LinkedIn, nothing to write home about, right? Talk about what you do, show your achievements, show your skills, show everything that's blow your own trumpet. Nobody will blow your trumpet for you. So personal branding is about talking about the things you do, talking about your achievement, having an optimized profile, either on Instagram, either on Facebook, either on LinkedIn, wherever social media, whatever social media platform you want to use. Right? All of these are the mistakes you're making. So check yourself. How many over 5? Oh, yes, over 5 are you getting wrong? How many over 5? Are you 5 over 5? Are you 0 over 5? What can we do to solve this problem? Now, this is a step-by-step guide to building your personal brand. So if you have a pen, I told you to come with a pen and paper. So if you're not with your pen and paper, you are wrong, my people. Hey, why are you smiling? So come out with your pen and paper. Let's go. Define your unique value. So what makes you stand out? Write your name at the top of the note, then you write what makes you stand out. Number one, what makes you stand out? Like I said, for me, I'm on a mission to help assistants embrace their role by December 2026. So that's what I want to do. That is my unique value now. I'm helping assistants. I'm not focused on helping executives. I've done that so much. Executives know me. Now they're even entering my DM to ask me, "Are you available for employment?" And I'm like, "Oh no, right now I'm not available. I love where I am. I love what I'm doing." So write what you are known for. What makes you stand out? What do you want to be known for? Right? When people call your name, what makes you, yes, Damnola, carry your brand on your head. What do you want to be known for? What makes you stand out? What is your personal brand message? Right? Define your unique value. What makes you stand out? So if you can drop it in the chat, I would like to see it because I want to be able to connect with you. Either you drop it in the chat on YouTube here, or you drop it in the group. What makes you stand out? Drop it in the group so that we can look at it later. After, what makes you stand out? What is unique about you? The sum total of your uniqueness is focused on your experiences, your education, your, what else did Salem say? That was how Salem put it, right? So all of the things you know, like for me, I will tell you, oh, I've been an errand girl, I've been a personal shopper, I've been a tailor, I've been a fashion designer, I've been a stylist, I've worked as a stylist, I've worked with a fashion designer, I've worked as an event coordinator, I've worked as a personal assistant, I've worked as a technical assistant, I've worked as a social media manager. All of these things I've done. When you come ask me, tell me about yourself in an interview, why should we hire you? I will tell you I have experiences in any industry you want to call. I've worked in the entertainment industry, I've worked in the media industry, I've worked with consulting firms, I've worked with brands, I've worked with business owners. When I finish listing my credentials, I'm not even talking certifications now. I'm talking of the things I know based on experiences, based on education. When I finish listing my credentials, they don't burn you and you don't pay me the money where they ask for. So what is your unique value? What makes you stand out? Number two, optimize your online presence. What's your portfolio like? What's your Instagram like? What's your LinkedIn like? What are you focusing on? How is your social media? When we come to your social media, what are we saying? Are we saying memes? Or are we hearing you talk about the problems you want to solve? Are we hearing you talk about the tools you use? Are we hearing you talk about your lifestyle? Oh, this is what I do as an executive assistant. Come with me for a day as an executive assistant. Content creators every day, come with me, come with me, come with me. Executive assistants, virtual assistants, celebrity assistants, administrative professionals, we are not coming with you anywhere. You will follow your boss, you will do this for your clients, and we don't even hear you talk about it. Right? I always say, I may not talk about who I do the things I do for, but rest assured, I'm going to talk about the things I do. You don't have to know who I'm working for, but you're going to know the things I'm doing. What have I done? I will tell you, oh, as an executive assistant, one of my role is to do this. Is not just the business of my executive, it's also the personal life of my executive. People know me as a model, personal shopper, procurement officer, fashion stylist, makeup. Right now, Seth, if I have an opening, Jennifer, I want to employ you. IT support officer, yes. Talk about what you do. I worked on what's the name of this movie set? This movie, A Tribe Called Judah. Was it Tribe Called Judah? Yes. My executive at the time was on the set of A Tribe Called Judah. She said, "Oh, Levichi, I really need you to be on this set because I cannot manage all these people and then still do my work. So I need you to come and manage them." At some point, I had to be a makeup artist, and it was fun, right? It was fun. So optimize your social media presence. If someone is trying to get someone that can manage crowd, I mean, we have over 1,000 people on set for A Tribe Called Judah, for the big scene, that carnival scene. If you've watched, was it A Tribe Called Judah? No, not A Tribe Called Judah. Was it A Tribe Called Judah? No, not A Tribe Called Judah. What's the name? This one that she released in December. Oh, I've forgotten the name. When you please, when you remember, put it in the chat for me. What was the movie she released in December? I don't remember. What a rhyme. So optimize your LinkedIn presence, right? Optimize your Instagram, optimize your TikTok. I know people that get everybody loves Jennifer. Thank you. Everybody loves Jennifer. The carnival scene, if you've watched it, that scene took us 5 days to shoot, right? And we had to do makeup for everybody on that carnival scene. So my executive at the time wanted me to be able to manage the crowd. I mean, we had 400 people we needed to do makeup for within 6 hours. So we start by 5 a.m. and by 12 they have to be on set. So I have to manage the makeup artists to come early. I have to manage them to be fast. So in less than 20 minutes, you're done doing this person's makeup. You're done doing body art for this person. Fast, 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 fast. She would not have trusted me enough to do this if she had not worked with me. And if I had not put it out that I have done this, somebody that wants me to manage will not want to call me. Why? Because they've not seen my work. So put your work out there. If content creators can wake up, I roll out of bed, I do this, I do that. Do the same thing. As you're opening your laptop, make a video opening your laptop. Put yourself out there. Next is to create and share content. Content is not difficult. Sharing content is not difficult. Set up your camera, set up your phone, and start talking about what you do. Talk about what you know, talk about your values. Today, you're not even talking about anything that has to do with assisting. You're talking about friendship. You're talking about your faith. You're talking about your belief. You're talking about, if you're Muslim, you're talking about the fact that, oh, we're currently fasting and fasting and working can be so tiring. And people just want to relate with you. Talk about the things you do, talk about the things you've done, talk about the things you're set to do. What does it do for you? It builds your thought leadership. It positions you as a leader. When they want to call someone to do this, you are the first person that comes to mind. Network strategically. You don't see me at every event. Yeah? Last year, I think I attended maximum 3-4 events. But those events positioned me. One of those events gave me a project management role. I managed for the first time an event that is always being held in Lagos, in Abuja, I mean. They asked me to help them organize and manage the project here in Lagos. Why? Because I attended an event and I networked. I said, oh, I did this, I've done this, I've done this, I've done this. They went on my social media like, oh my God, I love your energy. I see you've worked with this person. I see you've worked with this person. For you to have worked with this person, it means you are you seeing what I'm saying? They can now align your brand with this other person. You must be excellent minded if you had worked with this person and this person can leave this type of review about you. So we want you to come and manage our project that is going to be happening in Lagos. We'll have a couple of meetings in Abuja. We'll fly you into Abuja. And I was like, I'm an executive assistant. And you are flying me into Abuja. You will book my hotel, you will take care of me, so I can manage your project in Lagos, but I have to have a meeting with you in Abuja. I have to attend the event that is held in Abuja so that I can have an idea of how it is run. Do you understand what I'm saying? Network strategically. It's not everyone you will follow, it's not everyone you will like their post, it's not everyone you will repost their post. Some people you consistently repost. By the time you repost their post so much, they know you already. Be strategic about networking if you're building your personal brand as an assistant. Be consistent. Branding does not end, it is a continuous process. Consistency is everything. Be consistent. I'm trying to run through this so that we can just go. So be very consistent with branding. Your personal brand, it doesn't end. I mean, look at Albert Wigwe. We still talk about him even after death. So whatever legacy you're building, it follows you afterwards. It goes with your kids. It passes on to your children. It passes on to the brand that you've worked with. It goes into everything. So be very consistent. Branding does not end with you. If you build a strong personal brand, that brand outlives you because people will keep making reference to you. There's this man I know, or I listened to so much when I was in the university, Jim Rohn. He's a public speaker. When I started listening to Jim Rohn, he was already dead. But guess what? The number of videos about Jim Rohn, I'm going to put it in the chat so that you can Google him later. Jim Rohn. The number of videos about Jim Rohn or Jim Rohn speaking on the internet on YouTube alone is so much. But when I started listening to this guy, he was already dead. But he built a strong personal brand as a leader, as a public speaker, as a teacher, as a mentor. That if you want to know about outliving yourself, your brand, your personal brand outliving you, go and listen to Jim Rohn. Right? He's already dead, but his legacy still lives on. All the videos he made, they live on. It's not even sometimes it's not even his team that is even uploading the videos. It's somebody somewhere that heard him speak or that have one of his old tapes who re-upload it on YouTube. So branding is an ongoing process. Don't stop. Positioning for success. For your LinkedIn, you should have a strong headline. That is, what is your personal message, your personal brand message? What is your personal brand message? What is your personal brand message? It should be there on your LinkedIn. You're an executive assistant. You're an executive assistant for who? You're an executive assistant for what? Who do you do it for? So your LinkedIn profile and your Instagram profile, your social media profile should show who you are, what you do, and who you do it for. So who you are is, hi, my name is Libichi. Hi, my name is Jovita. I'm a virtual assistant. I'm an executive assistant. I'm a business owner. I'm a personal shopper. I'm a stylist. I'm an IT support officer, whatever it is you do, whatever you want people to know you for. And understand that personal branding shifts. So if at this time you want to be known as an actress, you are known as that. If at this time you are shifting, you want to be known, oh, and they've taken the lights. Give me 2 minutes and it will come back on. I should have brought the inverter in, but let's just use this because I know they'll still bring it back. So if you're still with me, please give me a thumbs up. Let me know you're still here with me, even though you can't really see my face. Right? Your personal brand shifts per time. So if at this time you are known for something and you want to change, you want to switch it up, right? Switch it up. Change it. Let people know that, oh, okay, oh, I don't want to be known as this now. I want to be known as this. This is who I want to be known as. This is what I want to be known as. Switch it up, right? So keyword, rich summary. So when you're putting your summary, when you're writing your about section, it should have a lot of keywords. Keywords that relate to your industry, that relates to your experience. It should have all of that. Your experience session, your experience section should be Rich. Very rich. Talk about what you do. How many people have you worked for? What have you done for those people? Right? Next up, your Instagram. Next up is your Instagram. Professional value driven content. If you don't know, I personally I go on Instagram to go and find people, to go and find things. If I'm looking into real estate for my boss, I go on Instagram, I go and look for real estate companies and then I follow up from there. So if you are a real estate uh, vendor, if you're a salesperson in real estate and you are not talking about the fact that you do sales in real estate, let me just tell you that you're not going to, nobody is going to see you, right? So optimize and position your social media platforms for visibility. Position it to attract the kind of people you're looking to attract. Next up is to use the right words. SEO. It should be search engine optimized. If you go on, do you know what? Go on Google right now and type your name. Go on Google right now and type your name and then come back or drop it in the chat. Tell me what you see. What does Google know about you? What does Google know about you? Go on Google, type your name, tell me what you see. You can drop it on the group on WhatsApp. Just tell me what you see. Consistency, like I said, branding is continuous. It doesn't end. You have to consistently put yourself out there. You have to consistently be seen so that people can buy into what you're selling. And what are you selling? You're either selling your expertise, you're selling your service, you're selling your time as an assistant. Those are basically what you sell: your expertise, your time. So these are some of the experiences I've had. So this person reached out on Instagram, LinkedIn. I mean, hi, Lebechi, it's been some time we connected. Please send me your resume. Send your resume to this email. My client is looking for a virtual assistant. Fantastic. I hope this message finds you well. I'm reaching out to discuss a career opportunity at whatever group. I have to blow out some of these details. For the role of an EA to the GHRD, that's what did she say it was then? And I believe you could be a good fit. If you're interested in exploring this or know someone who might be a great fit, please reach out. Because I've consistently put myself out there, I get messages like this, I get emails like this. I can enter into somebody's DM and tell them, this is who I am, this is what I do, this is the kind of opportunity. I see you have this available. I remember when, what's her name? Adora Lumina was looking for an executive assistant. The number of people that sent me that offer, I mean, that's job description. Even my former boss sent it to me, right? Because I've put myself out or I've branded myself so much that if you're looking for the best as an executive assistant, you got her. It's only Lebechi you need, right? So that's what personal branding will do for you. Sometimes I look at where I'm coming from and where I am now, and then where I'm going to, and I know that some things have to give, right? So this was in 2022 when I was still searching for roles as an executive assistant. This was the role for a personal assistant, right? I was one asking, "Good day, sir. Is the role of a personal assistant still available?" And they said, "Yes, it is." I'm just here to tell you, I did not get it, right? I did not get the role, but now in 2025, this was January 16th, 2025, 7:30 p.m. This was PM. Was it 7:30 p.m.? I don't even remember whether it was morning or night. And this executive, he's in Canada, he was asking me, are you open for employment? And now I can put on my shoulder pad and say, no, sir, I am not. Now I can put on my shoulder pad and say, no, I am not. You are the one entering my DM to ask me. I have positioned myself to be that person that they should reach out to. That's what personal branding will do for you, right? Oh, this was in 2022. I was giving my portfolio and what have you not. My name is Lebechi. I'm a graduate of law. I have great communication skills. I have this. If this suits you, I would like to officially plenty talk. I still pitch to clients, right? But I don't pitch for executive assistant roles. I pitch for other roles. I pitch for marketing roles. I pitch for social media roles, right? But I don't pitch as an executive assistant anymore because there are a dime and dozen in my DM asking to work with me. Hello, how are you doing? Hello, sir. Good evening. I'm very well. For me to even say hello, sir, it means this person is not a small fish. It's not a small fry. Are you working with any organization? Yes, I am, sir. With this sir behind it. You're the one coming to ask me now if I'm available. Why? Because I've positioned myself to be that person. And I want to help you do the same thing. I want to show you how to do the same thing. How to position yourself on Instagram to be able to get messages like this. How to position yourself on LinkedIn to be able to get opportunities like this. Right? And I'm doing that with the branding toolkit for assistants. So if you're an assistant that wants to start building your personal brand, this is all you need. The checklist, it will show you how to optimize your LinkedIn, it will show you how to optimize your Instagram. I will give you my social media strategy template. This template, I got it for $50 in 2023. I got it for $50 in 2023. And that is what I've been using for every client I've worked with from 2023 up until this moment. All I just do is plug and play, plug and play. You want a social media strategy? There you have it. I just edit, do my research, ask me, oh, these are the questions I'm asking. These are what I need to ask from the client. They send it to me. I build a social media strategy. I send it to them. And I'm like, oh my God, this is so rich. This is so. I'm going to be giving you that. I'm going to be giving you my content strategy template. How do you put together a content strategy to help you build a strong personal brand? What are you going to be talking about? What would your content strategy contain? What are you going to be focused on? Right? I'm going to be giving you my content calendar template. This is my content calendar template. I think I bought it for $15, right? Bought it for $15. This was in 2024. This is 20, so last year, early last year. Well built out on what's the name? On Google Sheets, customizable templates. I'm also going to be giving you my content 30 days content prompt. Now, this prompt is specifically for assistants. Specifically for assistants. It's going to show you what to do, what to talk about. You don't know what to talk about. This prompt is for you. You wake up on this day, this is what you should be talking about. I'm going to be giving you my CV template. This CV template, I paid 70,000 naira for it to be optimized. So I'm basically going to be giving it to you. It is 8 years optimized. And basically going to give you, all you just have to do is edit the details and put it. Last year, I got a job with a Canadian company without an interview. So I just pitched, oh, this is who I am, this is what I do, and I attached my CV. And apparently, the executive needed my service. And I was like, oh my God, I'm practically drowning. I don't understand what is happening in my email. This is exactly what I need. Please, when can you start? We're still talking, when can you start? He has sent me his login details. He has sent me his project management platform. He has sent me his email platforms and login details. And I was like, sir, we have not talked fee. He said, fee is not a problem. I don't care how much your money is. I'm going to give it to you. No interview. I think it was 2 days after I was already drowning in his emails and handling his meetings that the HR was like, hold up, we've not had an onboarding and blah blah blah. So you already have the job, he already trusts you, this and that and this and that. And I just did onboarding and I continued working. So this TV template is going to help you. I'm going to be giving you my email and DM script, the script that got me the job I am talking about. What did I send to them? And now I have two different scripts. I have a script as a freelancer. If I want to work as a freelancer, one of service, right? I have a script for that. I want to work full time with your company and I'm looking long term, I have a script for that. So if you're looking for freelancing roles, you're not going to be sending full employment scripts, DM scripts. No, you're not going to be doing that. I'll also give you my cover letter and cold email script. All of these I should be charging 25,000 naira. But because you're a part of this community, right? I'm going to be giving it for 49,999. I think we'll even do 49,950. So if you're getting it, that's the link. I'm going to drop the link right now on the chat. Let me do that. So that's the link. Ooh. I'm going to drop the link in the chat. So that's the link. But because you're on this call and for the next 24 hours, you're going to be getting it for 10,500 if you are paying to this bank account. So you can take a screenshot and make payments. I want to see those that will be making payments. Once you make payment, send me the proof of payment to my WhatsApp so I can give you access to all of these templates that I'm talking about. All of this. You are getting it for 10,500 this night. After this night, by 6 p.m. tomorrow, this offer is gone. It goes back to 49,950. Let's remove the 999. 49,950. So if this is something you need, help you build your personal brand, position you as an authority, position you as an expert, position you for great opportunities, you can talk about asking for a salary increase. In January, I asked for a salary increase, and guess what? I got it with all of my clients, all of the organizations I work with. I will just come and tell you, price have changed. How do I tell you price have changed without being arrogant about telling you price have changed? I'm coming with value. I've built a strong personal brand, and I'm telling you price have changed. So price have changed. So if you want this offer, 10,500, 3071601655 First Bank, 10,500 from now until 6 p.m. tomorrow. This is what you're going to be getting it for. After 6 p.m., it goes back to 49,950. You're not getting it for 25,000. You're not getting it for 40,000. You're not getting it for 50,000. You're getting it for 10,500 this night. So who has made payments? Who has made payments? I'm checking my phone to see those that have made payments. Okay, I see you. I see you. Just send me your name and your email address. Once you make payment, send your name and your email address. And I'm going to add you to fantastic. So if you're taking the early bird offer, you're getting it for 10,500. From tomorrow, it goes back to 14,950. 14,950. This is just available for tonight. Just available for tonight. All of these for 10,500 this night. Tomorrow you get it for 14,950. Right. So if you did not get anything out of everything I said or everything I've talked about, understand that personal branding is the sum total of what you know, what you can do, and what people think of you. All of these people have built their personal brand around a particular thing, around a particular industry. Personal branding gives you visibility and opportunity. It positions you as a valuable professional and opens you up for opportunities. And this is how you build your personal brand. Define your value, optimize your online presence, create and share content, network strategically, and be consistent. Like I said, personal branding is forever, it's continuous. Our Lord and Savior Jesus Christ has gone to be with the Lord. But guess what? His personal brand lives on. Jim Rohn has gone to be with the Lord. His personal brand lives on. So this is the toolkit you need to start building your personal brand. And it is tailored for assistants. It is tailored for you as an assistant. You get a CV template, you get email and DM script, you get a cover letter, you get a content strategy, a content calendar, 30 days content prompts that you can refurbish and repurpose over and over again. Right? If this is something you are interested in, just pay 10,500 to this account details, send me your proof of payment, and I'm going to send you access to this. Thank you all for being here. It's been an amazing, amazing, amazing time. I enjoyed staying here with you. Apparently, it's raining, so, and I did not bring in, um, right. So, I said 45 minutes, but we've been here for over 45 minutes. But I'm glad you are all here up until this moment. So thank you, thank you, thank you. This is going to be available soon for replay before the end of tonight. We can have it up. So have a fantastic time. You can take a screenshot to get this. You can take a screenshot to make payment, and I'll be expecting your proof of payment. All right. See y'all. Bye.